What is going on, YouTube? My name is Lucas, and today we're going to be talking about ticker symbol TSNPD, as we all know it as Humbl. And the reason why I want to provide this video is because we have endured a major pullback, and there's nothing that says that this isn't going to continue to happen. It's just we really have experienced a major pullback, and this is one of the stocks that a lot of people are really interested in. So I really felt like I needed to provide an update where we currently sit, what we can expect here in the near future, and some of the things that have happened more recently. I'm excited to provide this video because, well, I think there's a lot of information we can draw from this, especially with us moving forward and some of the expectations. So if you're interested in Humbl, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. But before we start talking about all kinds of cool things and really a lot of expectations, guys, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to get into the video. Let's go. I tell you guys, we are coming off of a major rush, and what I mean by that is we obviously had the conference call, and it was loaded with information. I did a video right after that, really kind of going through and explaining some of the things that we got to see and really some of the information that Brian Foote provided along with George Sharp. Now, I've had time to really kind of go through and evaluate some of the things and kind of see where we can kind of forecast and expect to go. And that's really what this video is going to be about, plus a lot of information along the way, kind of some price targets and things like that provided from some amazing sources. So I'm not going to hesitate anymore. I'm excited to get into this one. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the timeline. I really want to go through and talk about what we've experienced in Q4 of 2020, what we've experienced so far in Q1 of 2021, and everything that we can expect to potentially follow suit after that. And this is provided during the conference call, and so that's what's absolutely amazing. This has been updated each time they've done a conference call. So let's dive in and see what it's all about. So Q4 2020, reverse merger completed on December 9th. Launch of Humbl Studios, all this has been completed. And so it's nice to see that because at least we know this company is checking things off their list. The next one was pursuing merger, acquisitions, and country rights. That is obviously still an ongoing thing. I don't think that that is a completed task. I think that they put it on there just to let people know that they were looking and are still looking to do that. Because obviously we're going to dive into one and you'll see what I'm talking about. So Q1 2021 requested ticker symbol OTC HMBL. So they will be switching over to HMBL as we are all aware, and that will be conducted on March 26th. So that has happened, and it will be happening here in the near future. It says Humbl Financial launch. Obviously, we understand that that has been launched, and it's been going live in a ton of countries. It's phenomenal to see, and that's one thing we're going to talk about. And it says finalizing country rights. So some of those things are still going on. And then the Tickery acquisition. Obviously, that is a addition to this chart, and that is something that can be compounded from obviously the pursuing merger and acquisitions. Like I said, guys, I don't feel that this is going to be the only acquisition or merger because this was an acquisition. I don't feel that this is the only thing that is going to be done for the entire year. I'm sure that they have some other ideas and they're waiting to get those executed. So Tickery was a massive one, guys. I feel like this is going to be a very, very big acquisition for the likes of Humbl, and I think it's really going to pay out in so many different ways, especially as we continue to progress with the app and everything else that comes with Humbl. So then we dive into Q2 of 2021. It says Humbl mobile app. So that is one that obviously we are expecting to come. And obviously, you know, he talked about it, and when I say he, Brian Foote talked about it in the conference call. He said that it could be live right now. Obviously, it's available in app stores, but he didn't want to push it yet because there was some things that he wanted to really negotiate and talk about with his legal team. And from a legality standpoint, he wanted to really shore some things up. He told us from that moment it was going to be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. I think that was perfectly timed. Whether he knew what was going on, whether he knew that we were going to have a major pullback in the market, I don't know that, but I think it could not have been more perfectly timed. Guys, obviously March 26th, the ticker changes. Now that is now kind of in a back burner type thing. That isn't going to be a major catalyst. That's not going to be a major positive catalyst. It is a sign of positivity. It is showing strides and steps forwards, obviously, but that has obviously kind of sailed the ship, and now we're focusing on getting this app launched. I think that it's just going to be a tremendous situation when that app does launch. So continuing on, P2P ticketing integrations. So that is going to be some amazing information. Obviously, that is probably going to be tied hand in hand with Tickery and some other things as well. Audited company financials. This is where we really kind of get into some things with the financials of the company, and it's going to be nice to kind of see what is going on if they actually are able to show what is going on. Q3 2021 key verticals, government RFPs, banking, wireless, and merchant partners. I think that's significant. He discussed it in a little bit in-depthly in the last conference call about the RFPs. And then obviously Q4 2021 Humbl shareholder conference. I think that is going to be absolutely tremendous. I think it'll be able to recap and really see what was accomplished in the entire year. And that's going to be an exciting time for shareholders because it'll be nice to see where the price is actually trading at and what we've been, really kind of experienced throughout the year. Like I said, guys, we have endured a pretty decent pullback, and we're trading in a number that I really didn't see happening after the reverse split. But when the market goes down, the overall market goes down, guys, this is what happens. So the final one is Humbl Affiliate Sales Market Leader Awards. Another thing that I think could be really tremendous, and we could see a lot of good information from that. And so I'm excited for this entire thing, and I really wanted to provide this just so we're all on the same page. I know most of us are. Most of us study this stock. Most of us are just all about this stock. So I just really wanted to recap this and go through it and just provide some updated information. Now, the one major source that I am going to be using in this video is going to be the real Jägermeister, and I've used him before, but this guy's due diligence when it comes to Twitter is absolutely on point and is phenomenal. I think that he has been very accurate in a lot of things, and I think he provides some very in-depth information that I think is very beneficial as an investor, but if you're just trying to figure out information on the stock. So let's dive in and see what he has to say. And I think this piece that he's talking about right here pairs with kind of the Humbl financial aspect. We're talking obviously the ETXs that have been launched, and it really kind of puts into some perspective of some things. So here we go. And like I said, this is a real Jägermeister, absolutely amazing stuff. So here we go. Humbl Financial Block ETX. You will never purchase another hashtag mutual fund, ever. Humbl's revolutionary asset class Block ETX is powered by 24/7 virtual trading bots, 12-month ROIs as high as 540%. He obviously provides humblpay.com/financial. But then a significant piece he talks about right here is it's $4.99 monthly subscription, no hidden fees, hashtag 160 countries. I think that's extremely significant, guys, because as an investor, this is active. This is something that is going on as we speak right now. People are invested into this, and we see it all the time on social medias. We hear about it all the time on social medias, and we're seeing the returns all the time on social medias. Now, I think that's extremely significant, and this is generating revenue for this company. Like it says, $4.99 a month for subscription. I think that this is a piece that is kind of forgotten about sometimes because this is money that is being made for this company. And when more and more people continue to become interested in this, which we're going to dive in and kind of talk about what we can expect from some of these, that's something that I feel it's kind of a forgotten piece. So some of the index products, some of the financials we can expect that, when you're investing into this, it would be Block 3, Block 5, Block 10. I mean, holy smokes. Block Government, Block Platform, Block Global Enterprises, Block Oscillators, Block MACD and VI, and then in the final one is Block RSI Fractals. Obviously, this is a significant advancement. this is something that is just extremely, extremely beneficial to people who are looking to, change up maybe their investing style. When this becomes available to the United States, guys, I think that so many people are going to be investing into it. And I think it's just going to really kind of be a mind-blowing situation, just because, like I said, it's $4.99 a month for the subscription. It says gain access to our proprietary trading bots with transparent, open pricing, no hidden fees. So again, I think that's extremely, extremely significant. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, again, use the real Jägermeister, but what we're going to do is we're going to dive into his personal kind of idea where he envisions this price target, and then I'm going to kind of relay off of that and talk about mine. He starts off, this is no hype. My original projection pre-reverse split for end of the year of 2022 was $100 plus. I would have to agree with that. So my personal price target for this, I had it actually mid-2021 leading into 2022. I kind of had it around $80. So obviously if he's pushing 2022, I think that we're kind of right on the same page as far as $100, and he has $100 plus. If Humbl delivers an effective marketing campaign and on their continued product execution, I predict that by the end of the year 2022, Humbl users base will explode to 500 million, and then he says 500 million to 1 billion users. I can easily see that, guys, and the reason I say that is because you're talking about a ton of different things. You're talking about the entire Humbl Financial. You're talking about the Humbl mobile app. You're talking about Humbl Pay. You're talking about everything Humbl, a whole umbrella. So I could definitely see 500 million to 1 billion users, especially with how much activity is already being done with the Humbl Financial. It's incredible. He says, based on the 16 plus populations for Humbl's targeted markets, countries of well over 2 billion plus people, the high demand for their faster, cheaper, more trusted blockchain mobile super app, hubs, merchant/agent network, and Humbl Financial products is seamlessly 18 to 24 months minimum ahead of the competitors, and not to be mentioned, executives on Humbl's senior leadership team have 20 plus years of fostering relationships with huge conglomerates, financial institutions, fintech/blockchain pioneers, and importantly, heads of governments across the world. I would have to agree. I 100% agree with everything he said right there. I do think that they assembled a very well-rounded, very, detail-oriented, very driven, attention to detail type, leadership for Humbl. I think that, the connections that each one of them has and offers is tremendous. And then they bring in Tickery's, obviously, leadership, that only spreads it out more. I think this is a very significant company when it comes to executives, and I could not agree more with what was said right there. So this is where it gets really good. He goes, I believe end of the year, this is obviously, per the reverse split now, I believe end of the year 2022, Humbl share price could breach $200 to $300 plus with 300 million users, $300 plus with over 500 million users. So right there, guys, I think that is tremendous. That is tremendous information and a really bold prediction. End of the year 2022, he believes we're looking at 200 to 300 plus. I could not agree more with where he envisions this going. I think as more and more of this continues to spread across the countries, it becomes a little bit more of a convenience to so many people. I think that this is definitely a possibility. I'm excited to see. So my price target actually is going to be about 160 to 200. I'm not going to go as aggressive, and the reason is just because I think there are chances we could have some pullbacks at times, just very similar to what we just endured, just because we never know what could happen. Obviously, we were in a dire need. Obviously, we're talking about a stimulus being presented now, and we're going to have to see how the market responds with all this information that is coming out now. If we continue to do exactly what we're forecasted to do and kind of go in the right direction, then most definitely I could see the 200 plus to 300 plus. But I'm going to stay a little bit not as aggressive and kind of stick with my target price. And now we've come to my favorite part of any video, and that is chart breaking down time. So let's swing on over here and check out ticker symbol TSNPD. currently Humbl, and you guys are going to see this is a little bit different chart. The reason is I'm changing it up a little bit, and so obviously we're looking at a market cap currently of 15.82 billion. We're looking at a day's range, so this would have been Friday. The day's range was $2.75 to $3.50. Its 52-week range is $0 to $7.72. So the turnover, guys, is 46.14 million. I think that's a significant thing right there as well. And we're looking at shares outstanding 4.52 billion. Volume as of Friday was 14.83 million. Average volume is 29.2 million. So a very significant thing right there we're looking at. So basically what I wanted to display to you guys is exactly what we saw on Friday. And the reason I wanted to show you guys this is because currently we're seeing, we hit a pretty low RSI. We were hitting on the oversold quite a bit. And so eventually, you're getting to the point where it's so oversold that it needs to start being bought. And I think that is what kind of happened. I think a lot of things led into how Friday was really going on, especially with, you're talking about so much red for the entire week that once it started to get to the end of the day, I think a lot of people started feeding into buying and a lot of things started to happen. The RSI started to shoot up and we started to see the chart shoot up as well. There was just a lot that played into this, guys. I think that this definitely was overdue. As far as how we can foresee today going, it's going to be definitely different because, we did have such a tremendous run there at the end of Friday. And so it's going to be interesting to see how we respond with stimulus talk. That's one thing that I'm excited to see because I really truly feel that this stock price at this current price is still a very tremendous buying opportunity. I appreciate you swinging by and checking out this video on TSNPD, Humbl. I really do appreciate you guys swinging by and checking these videos out. It means an absolute ton to me. We are doing some amazing things on this channel, some things I never envisioned would be happening. Guys, I just enjoy providing information on stocks. I provide doing YouTube for you guys, and it is a complete blast. I do want to remind you, I am not a financial advisor, and anything I say in this video is for pure entertainment purposes only, and that's exactly what I'm here to do, is entertain. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.